Okay. Holy smokes. All right. Rossi. 8311. Smoking bourbon blue. Also, double smoking the B52. I'm sorry, B42. Jesus. B52s. I hate that song. Oh my God. Love Shack. I would be a happy man if I never hear that song ever again. I'm even. I'm beside myself that I even brought it to memory. Anyway, B42, loving it. Fantastic pipe. It's really interesting. There is some difference in flavor profile. Not the tobacco is the same, the flavor profile is the same, but different aspects of it kind of pop out. I'm not really exactly sure how to describe it, but maybe if like I was just smoking, I was just hitting just hitting it and hitting the pipe. the with the bourbon blue, and a little more of the whiskey topping was coming up, up front, compared to this guy, the Rossi there. But very cool, very awesome pipe. Very happy with it. What was I going to talk about? Oh yeah. So I mentioned in a previous video about my jiu-jitsu coach giving me this book. I'm gonna give, lending me this book. I don't want it for. But anyway, this is the book, Strength Finder 2.0, and it's pretty short, but really all it is an intro describing their kind of like methodology and their kind of philosophy around their idea of talents, innate talents that can kind of express themselves in a person even as when they're babies, and they seem to not change even throughout your entire life. And so if you want to, if you're into that concept, I don't know, I'm still on the fence about it. I think it's probably true. And they explain a little bit of that, and then they want you to take this online test, which I didn't do, and then the rest of the book they have 34 talent themes, 34 of them that they use for their testing to find out what your top 5 talent themes are, and so I didn't take the test or anything, but I just read through the 34 talent themes, and they give you like a little introductory paragraph, and it's kind of like reading a horoscope. It's kind of like that same kind of vibe. I don't know, same kind of thing. And then they give like some examples, some anecdotal examples, and then they have some like bullet points of like, if you're this, you should look into this, and you should partner with people who are of this talent theme because they can balance you out or help you in some way. And they're kind of like, the main thing is how to know what you're good at, which a lot of people, which I can attest to, don't really know what they're good at. It's really like life experience and trial and error and stuff, and then has been my experience. And then, so kind of knowing what you're good at, and then knowing what you're not good at, and seeing being able to see what other people are good at, so that you can, if you're really bad at organizing, you can look at someone and recognize that person is really good at organizing things, and then you can like partner with them, and they can work with you, and they can be your organization guy, while you're like the futuristic thinking guy. And then you have another guy that's like the directions guy. Anyway, it's interesting stuff. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's like pretty well written, and it might help some people. I know that like I'm yeah, like I said, I'm really bad at like never really even thought about this in terms of like what am I good at. I've like never really thought about that. There's just things I like to do, and like those are the things that I do. And then like sometimes I'll change it up and do something else. Um, but I don't think about my. Anyway, I've never really thought about these innate talents that they are trying to talk about. So it's interesting. The one kind of very specific application that I was thinking about would be maybe good for me. You know, if you're in like a job interview, which like I hate job interviews. I think they're just like so bad. They're just like terrible. Like I don't even know why they're necessary, or like they're so like elaborately unnecessary. Um, it should be like, do you want to work? When are you available to work? Please work for us. It should be like that, you know. Anyway, um, but they always ask you something like, "What are you good at?" You know. So like this gives me some idea. I can say I have some language to put to that question. You know, I'm good at whatever this book says that I am good at. And so anyway, I read through the skimmed through the first paragraph of each of the talent themes, and it's pretty interesting because you can pretty much immediately identify either identify with it or like not at all identify with it. It's kind of interesting how they word it, and the language they use is very direct, and you just know if you can identify with that or not, even though it's like a very kind of archetypal description of this talent theme. So I made a list of the ones that I identify with the most, and one is belief, deliberative, discipline, harmony, includer, and positivity. So those were the top 6 out of the 34 that I found that I really identified with. And I'm not going to go into what all those are, but I'll probably like read them again before I give the book back, and you know, maybe read through some other ones. There were some that like I kind of half identified with, like empathy. I don't know exactly, or maybe it was empathetic or empathy, whatever. I think empathy was and I kind of like half identified with that. So, and there might have been some other ones where I was kind of like, maybe, you know. Anyway, I don't know, man. So, you know, I always make the mistake of telling people that I hate my job, and then they always give me some unsolicited advice. So I just need to start telling people that I like really like my job and I like love my life and everything is great. So people stop trying to give me advice. What is fucking flamethrower, dude? Oh my god. What I really need is more pipe tobacco, as we all do. Yeah. So still breaking in this B42. Just like nailed that. Oh my god. Good stuff. Good stuff. And yeah. So anyway, nice day. Cool enough that I have to wear a little thingy. And yeah, it even kind of like rained this morning, which was awesome. Um, really enjoying the summer weather. Yeah, it's officially summer, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to July. I feel like it's going to be like super crazy hot in July and August for some reason. Uh, but anyway, yeah, it's the end of Pipe Week. I think. I think today's the last day of Pipe Week. It's like nobody knows, which is great. I like that we just like made up this whole holiday that lasts a week. Um, we're watching a lot of videos and stuff. And I'm really making this video because I've exhausted all of my videos to watch. So I'm probably gonna read this book a little bit more, just peruse it again, and continue to smoke this pipe. I still have not, you know, still I'm not into the clenching aspect. You know, I'm a clutcher through and through. That's my talent theme. Clutching things. All right. Anyway, have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later.